is not a spring chicken. Boy, when it comes to cooking in the kitchen, I know you notice I don't have my goggles on. Well, fortunately, right now what we're cooking, well, I guess it could splatter, but there's really not that much water in there or much oil. So we're just going with the normal glasses instead of the big goggles. But today we're going to make fudge brownies. But well, as always, we always like to do a little bit of a twist. And how do we come up with brownies today? Well, I already had the oven on. So here's one of those things. Yeah, as you can see, there's the remnants. So if you've already cooked something in the oven, if you have something else to cook in it, it's actually a really good time to cook something else, which is always the perfect reason.
It's already pre-warmed.
That's right, because you save electricity. But isn't that a good excuse to make fudge brownies? Or pumpkin pies?
Actually, it is. I hadn't even thought about it, but it really is a good, it saves electricity by cooking something else right after you've cooked something.
Right.
Can we cook something like a pastry or something? Boy, that's her idea, folks. She just saved energy for the whole world.
See, and you thought I was doing it just because I wanted brownies. No, I am being environmentally conscientious. In fact, I have brownie mix, I probably have bread mixes and all sorts of things in there that I can make too. Oh, because we're conserving energy. It's already warm. So, the great part about the holidays coming up is it's always so much fun to make things. I have these right here. These are some cutouts for the holidays. And if you're making sugar cookies, these are great because you can shape them out, or also with brownies. But we're just going to cook it in a regular pan.
Yeah.
Although I guess if you rolled it out, you could do that.
Yeah, and everybody did notice she did get this out of the cabinet the proper way by getting on a step ladder and standing above what she was getting out, so you don't. She actually has hit herself in the head doing it the other way.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get the.
Learning it the hard way. Never reach for something above you.
I was trying to get the crock pot out, which is only just right here. It's not that much further above my head, but it is above my head. And when I pulled it out, the top of the.
It hit you right in the head.
Oh,
luckily the crock pot is very strong.
So on these, either cutouts like this are great for sugar cookies, or you can also do it with fudge or brownies. Probably something that's a little more on the cakey side.
Well, actually, no. What you do is you put this in a thinner pan.
Yeah.
Okay, you put it like in a cookie
a thinner pan or like a...
Like this.
Or something like this.
And then you pre-cook it and you do the stamping after it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the cookie crumb, you have the brownie crumbs to eat on.
Oh, that's right. We're going to have hot fudge sundaes later with brownies.
Ooh,
you just give me another idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's great with that. Also, if you happen to have some of those pans which already have the shapes inside, I usually like the cutouts.
Yeah.
But the other ones are great if you want to shape things and you just cook them in those.
Yeah, but with Halloween coming up in a few weeks, make your own cookies.
Should we do it that way instead of in the pan?
Well, I mean,
or making fudge brownies.
Basically, you can make fudge brownie cutouts and then use like I said, at least I remember how my family used to do it. We would cook it in a shallow pan, like on holidays and stuff. We would then let it cool. When it cooled, then we would simply take it out of the pan and then use the utensils to make little figures with it.
Maybe we'll do it that way then.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But it doesn't make any difference how thin it is. You basically want to spread it across the width of your pan because then you're going to make cutouts with it.
Well, part of it is it does tell you because the directions in here are for. This is totally experimentation because the directions are in here. It says for an 8x8 metal pan or 8x8 glass pan.
Yeah.
It says 9 by 9-inch pan not recommended.
That's because it gets thinner.
Yeah. So guess what we're going to do?
We're going to make it thin and then cut them.
So we're going to have fun with it for the Halloween.
This is something should be not. Okay, this was not what was intended. It sort of came,
This is just developed because as you can see, I already have this pan here, which is what I intended to do the brownies with. So we have just changed it midstream.
Well, I got, when she pulled out the cookie cutters to talk about it, I thought, well, heck, why not? We're here.
Oh, yeah. This is the fun part because it's like things get changed all the time. Okay, so it says I need a quarter. This is Ghirardelli, which
Ghirardelli.
I always love their stuff. Whatever they come up with, especially fudge brownies, are always good. This is ultimate fudge.
Yeah, I think we actually got that on sale, didn't we?
Probably. Probably.
Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't have
Well, you know,
it.
part of it is I hate to pay full retail for about everything.
No, most of the stuff we cook with is all on sale. Okay, we're going to tell people we're going to do something special for tomorrow
What's that?
with leftovers, aren't we?
Maybe we'll do it tonight.
Yeah, well, but it will be, but it will be done tonight, tomorrow, but people are going to get to see what you can do with leftovers.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So on this, we have a 1/4 cup water. We have the vegetable oil, which I already put into here, which was a 1/3 cup. We're following the directions. I do follow the directions a part of the time. And no, what's this? This is nervous habit or something.
I know.
Because that part was totally unnecessary. You
Yeah.
don't need to do it.
No, but it's just like everybody has their own ways of doing all of this stuff. I mean, for instance, I would have put, Notaspringchick does it her way. I came from a different environment where we put the dry stuff in first and then add the wet ingredients next.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was following the directions.
No, because this way, if you needed to add a little bit more liquid to it, then you were always able to add a little bit more or add less.
But, you know, part of it is I do read the directions because I remember one time have you ever made Rice Krispies treats? And one time I didn't read them, I kind of didn't read them like I was supposed to. And so I just put everything in together at the same time.
Yeah.
So guess what that meant?
Yeah.
You've ever made Rice Krispie treats? You're supposed to melt the stuff together, and then you add the Rice Krispies, and then coat them.
It'd melt.
Well, I put all the stuff in together, and so the Rice Krispies burned.
I know. It's sort of real. I mean, basically, you could make a, you can't think of something.
So if I can make this, you can make this.
No, I will be honest when I say I never read the recipes on a box. But see, I've also been doing this for 60 years. Oop, I just told people once again how old I am. I got to quit saying that because people would think I'm old.
A set of handy kitchen shears are always great. No, you don't have to use kitchen shears to do something like this.
No, but they're good for doing lots of cutting for things. Okay, it's easier to use these than it is to go find another pair of scissors to do it with.
Well, it is. But the other reason I do this is because sometimes when you try and open it, it doesn't open quite as smoothly, and you make a complete mess.
Yeah, they go fun. Actually,
and you make a complete mess.
we can do that with granola snacks we've had in the car going to an event, and the didn't quite open right, did it? It sort of goes all over the car.
You make a huge mess.
Yeah.
It tells you to do 40 strokes. I guess I could use something like this.
Yeah, but I always use.
But I already have a fork in here.
I use in my family we were taught to use kitchen knives.
Oh, really?
Use the butter knife, just something like that, because see, then we, it's just the way that we learn, because the knife, the knife you'd use with a table knife, we just simply worked better that way.
Well, this right here, I mean, part of it is there are mini, and I think it's mini chips. Yeah, mini chips that are in here.
Yeah.
So anyway, in doing this with a fork, I'm really just kind of mixing it up. I'm not trying to smash it.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to. You could use a spoon too.
Yeah, it needs a spoon. It just needs a lot of stirring in order to get it the way it's supposed to be, though.
Here's the tricky part. Okay, should we put it in this pan? And it's always great to have somebody around that really knows what they're doing in the kitchen, and that would not be me. So, Old Cam always comes with some great ideas, and as you'll notice, he mixed it up some more, and as you notice, look at the shine on this. Because before, I was about ready to spoon it into the pan, and he said, no, I need some more, because it shines some more, so the ingredients are mixed more. And then
it's the oil. When the oil comes through, because if you don't see the shine, the oil hasn't mixed in.
Okay, that's perfect.
The same thing if you have melted butter. If you don't see a shine, the butter hasn't melted in.
Oh, so here's the other thing. Notice how liquid it is? Now he's telling me that that's
because there's too much liquid added.
There's too much liquid. So I followed the directions.